Namaskaram. I welcome all of my viewers today, the 6th of March 2022, Sunday. Myself, Gopakrishna Govardhan, to tell you that we, the Indians, never did smell the gunfire. What I'm telling you that we got independence. We could come out of the clutch of the British rule, not by fighting inside our country, not by, what I should say, using the war that is going on now, the present, the vicious circle of Russia and China. Sorry. Both these countries are in collusion to prepare for a third world war. India did never smell the outcome, the effect, the fire, the gun shelling, the damage, etc., all the bad effects of the world war, that India people never had any experience. They have only heard. Previously it was in newspaper. Now of course it is in television screen. We can see what is happening. So why I'm telling you, because the way Ukrainians are fighting, the way they are fighting, I support their honest approach and love towards their country. You see, Ukraine has come out of the clutch of the USSR, Union of Soviet Socialistic Republic. That is the imperialism of communism by the communists in Russia. Who are those father? Lenin, then Stalin, etc., etc. So, you might be knowing it that the First World War was scheduled in 1914, and on those days civil war also was going on in Russia, war between the whites and the new Bolshevik party. It started and continued, and it actually killed. The war took away, that means 1.5 crore the time of First World War. To establish the communism, the Bolshevik, by the Bolsheviks, etc., etc. So those are the different history. So that time, the World War I happened for, it continued for 4 or 5 years, 14 to 18 or something like that. So this, the Russian civil war, it took away 150 million lives. And then the First World War also, Russia was the allied party of the world war. So that also took many people. So kill people. That is the ideology of the, what I should say, the parties, which we actually did not or think of, we could not think of the earlier days. So then the Second World War came. It took away the lives. At the moment I am not able to tell you the statistics of the total number of people killed. Now you see, for no reason, the Russia took away all the countries up to Poland and all these things, so many countries. So it became the Union. Now, with the, what I should say, advice of China, because China is guiding Mr. Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin had nearly 37 to 40 meetings with China head of state, Jinping and all that. Even you might have seen that Putin is cooking food in China style in somewhere in China. That you might have seen. So this war was not at all what I should say. It's unwanted. This war is unwanted. So because Russia need not see NATO, this thing, that is all there. It all started in after the Second World War in 1949 or so. It established or something like that. So now it is the prerogative of the Ukrainians whether they will join NATO or whether they will not join NATO. Within 30 years, how they have decorated the whole of their country. You see, it is a picturesque country. So 1990, when it broke, the USSR, they broke away and became Russia. So all these countries, they were all individuals. So you have admitted that they are the individual countries. So they have got their own personal aspirations. They can definitely do their own way. Who are you to stop it? So India did never feel the heat of the world war. So because the Indians got the independence, jaise mil gaya, laddu mil gaya. Because the effect of the Second World War only and the leadership of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, I told you in earlier presentations also. So this way India got the independence. India did never killing one or two British people, officials, and throwing one or two bombs cannot have cannot achieve the independence. So that is the reason that in 75 years after independence, that the transfer of power, British gave the laddu to Jawaharlal Nehru, to Jinnah, to all these people, the group of people. It is only the laddu was presented to them. The freedom was not acquired. Whatever freedom has been acquired, that has been done by the Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. This one, and he has disappeared. I will bring all this detailed what information, whatever I know, in the name of my lecture. So, independence, you got it outside. Just like that, you got the cake, you got the biscuit, you got the like that. That is Indian independence. You did not struggle for your bridges, your railways, your communication, your buildings. Your state was never bombarded. You see how the Ukraine is being bombarded and demolished to rubble, demolished to powdered. It has been powdered actually. Thousands of missiles and bombing is being poured into a place, a country where area is only 6 lakh square kilometers. Russia, 132 lakh. How many times? It is 12 times or more than that. 132 lakh square kilometer, and India is 32 lakh square kilometer. So Russia is 5.5 times the greater than the Indian land area, and Ukraine is also 5.5 times what I should say lower. I mean divided by the Indian land area is 32 lakh and Ukraine land area is 6 lakh. So it is 5.5 times greater India. So this small country, if they can have their infrastructure of medical science or medical students, why the India could not do it? In 75 years of independence, with so much of resources and revenues and all, why 30,000 students are going to Ukraine for their medical studies? One Ukraine student has not come to India. So it is a shame. You have got your crores of engineers, you have got your crores of establishments. Why you could not set up sufficient number of medical institutions. Huh? What is your answer? Why India shouldn't have to go there? Is it not a shame for the Indian administration, Indian states, Indian revenue, Indian, the Buddhijivis, Indian ministers, prime ministers? What nonsense! Boy, this one, in the Bombay, you have got so many of celebrities, hundreds of celebrities, and each celebrity is having thousands of, some celebrities are having 1,000 crore rupees, some celebrity has got 5,000 crores of, their money. So why these people are not that generous to create some medical institutions for the student of our country? So is it the love of our country? No, it is not the love of our country. Here, people, Indian people, the minister and all, nobody loves their country. And on the contrary, you see how the Ukrainians valor, what Zelensky, the president, he was making jokes that he is a joker, he is a comedian. What nonsense! What is his valor? This valor I don't find with any of the minister, in any of the prime minister in India, so that they can fight a war like, that is going to happen, or happening for last, today maybe the 12th or 13th of the day of bombing. In what way? How? Russian missiles, another, bombing unit, how they are demolishing the buildings, the cities, the institutions, killing people. Is it not my nonsense thing? And I cannot support them. Why I should not support them? I will bring these informations in my next of the episode, that what is the reason that Ukrainian president, previous president and all that, they did not agree with the Indian, political scenarios that has happened in Pokhran, with the Kashmir and all that. They were right. Why and how they are right, that I will tell you in the next of my, my presentation. So I support Ukrainians' honest approach and love towards their country and for the country's freedom. They were fighting against this imperial communism, imperial communists, and in Russia and China and other countries, including those of, state of this, this West Bengal. Where are these people? Not a single protest. People are being killed. Thousands of people are being killed. Whole country smashed, demolished to rubble and to dirt, everywhere, the gunfire and all that. But here, there is not a single protest. There is not a single, the Michil or nothing of this sort. What is this nonsense? This Russia, the imperial communists, they are the killers. They are the nihilists. They are the nincompoop, foolish persons. This Russia and this China. China is making all these things nonsense with the Russia, and Putin is doing all these things. So that's why I'm telling you that what Ukrainian can do, Indians cannot do. And that is the reason 30,000 medical students and other students and all that, they are all going over there, and they want a bed of roses. Who will make bed of roses for you, brother? Why are you not preparing? Why are you not having your own infrastructure in all the 75 years of your independence? And that is also just handed over the power to Nehru, Gandhi, and other Congress people and all that. So it was only in handing over the power, not the freedom, not the struggle, not the gunfire, not the bombing, not the shelling, not the demolishing the bridges, culverts, rails, institutions, everything. So India cannot feel for those people who are suffering in Ukraine. So this idiosyncrasy, and the idiosyncrasy of the mindset, I hate. I am against the killing of people and the person, whether it is a Russian civil war, whether it is in West Bengal, CPM's ruling for 34 years and all that. So I condemn each and every person. So let me take goodbye. I'll meet you in lectures. Namaskar.